Coats for Kids is a coat closet that started here at the Public Education Foundation about 3 years ago. And we stock this room with coats in sizes pre-K through seniors in high school. And the idea of it is for any Marion County Public School employee to be able to come down and choose a coat for a student in need. As we know, there are some mornings where it's in the 30s or 40s when kids are outside waiting to catch that school bus or walking or riding their bike to school. And we want them to be warm, we want them to be comfortable, we want them to be encouraged to attend school that day and not stay home because it's cold. And we want them to know that people have cared enough about them to provide them with that warm coat. It's been evolving and growing every year, both through the amount of requests that we are receiving. Last year we gave out over 350 coats and jackets, and it's also growing through the community support. We have lots of clubs and service organizations at our high schools that support Coats for Kids. Mojo Grill and Catering Company did a coat drive for us. We've gotten great retailers to provide us with coats, and for those that come in gently used and need to be dry cleaned, Wayne's Dry Cleaning provides the dry cleaning to us free of charge.
Christmas is the time for giving, and the Junior Honor Society students at Osceola Middle School are giving back to those serving in the armed forces who are not able to be at home with their families for Christmas.
Me personally, I want to thank each one of you, National Honor Society folks, for supporting Shoebox and for supporting our military.
Two members of the local American Legion spoke to the students and accepted donations on behalf of Operation Shoebox.
People, even soldiers, take the little things for granted until they find themselves living in uncomfortable conditions. Please know how much you've helped our soldiers' morale and how much we all appreciate it. We all thank you for your generosity and for taking personal time to support us. It is great to receive the little pieces of home even when you're so far from it.
Students also wrote Christmas cards filled with gratitude for the service the honorable men and women of our military provide.
Soldiers don't get to do this stuff, that they, like I said, they sacrifice their time, that they don't get to get presents from under the tree and spend time with their family. And I think that, to me, that's very touching, that's very sad, and I just have a sorrow for them. So writing this makes me feel happy that I get to share my love with them, that they don't get to go with their families and celebrate Christmas, but I get to share my love and everybody else gets to share their love and celebrate with a card and with their own words. I cannot express how thankful I am that you have sacrificed your time, your energy, and a part of your life to serve our country. I want to tell you that you have made us so proud. Your experience as a veteran has shown how brave, honorable, and thoughtful you are to serve for our country. As you have fought for our citizens, we will always be here to support you. Thank you. Alina Godin.
Friday night's court naming ceremony turned into a Vanguard basketball reunion with a lot of the best to ever wear the uniform in town to help honor Jim Haley.
It's great. We've seen some of the old guys come in, and I'm one of them. But I was definitely helped by a lot of these guys that are like my big brothers right now. So, it's been great, and I've seen them, and I want to be able to come back a little more.
Well, they're all got their little things going right now, but they said they were going to be here. It just means so much because this was the only job I had in the state of Florida.
If I had to sit here and describe Jim Haley, he would never be my former basketball coach. He's still my basketball coach to this day.
I had the opportunity to go to other schools in the county, but I wanted to come here just because he had an aura, that he brought when these Vanguard teams came on this court.
The Vanguard teams will now come on to Jim Haley Court, named for a man who spent nearly 4 decades leading the Knights to more than 650 victories.
If a man could work in a community for 40 years, for almost 4 decades, and coach at one place, I just don't think that happens anymore.
And it's been a pleasure to be able to come in here and play for a great tradition. Coach Haley really helped a lot of people here in Marion County, not just at Vanguard, but there's so much tradition that's come on this court. and Coach Haley was really the heart of everything that has happened on Vanguard's court.
Well, I never expected it when I came here in 1973 that anything like this would happen. And not many coaches give the name put on the floor, but I appreciate. I've lived Vanguard basketball all my life.
And I joke with him. I say, hey, this is our court. I scored 50 on it, and they're giving it to you today.
For him to be honored at this time, to have a court named after him, it just brings a smile to my face.
So anytime you recognize at that level, like Coach Haley has been, and Coach K and some of these other guys, other coaches, it's really an honor, and he's really helped a lot of players.
Coach Hay was one of those pillars of Ocala that when you talk about Ocala, Florida, you talk about Vanguard High School, or you talked about the Kingdom of the Sun Holiday Tournament, which is one of the most prestigious tournaments in the country and still is. You mentioned Jim Haley in that form.
Probably his greatest legacy is the Kingdom of the Sun tournament, now in its 43rd year.
These kids have been watching this tournament growing up. They're licking their chops to play in it their whole lives. And so it's exciting for them to come out here and play against some of the state's best, some of the nation's best players.
As a young kid growing up watching the Kingdom of the Sun, I always wanted to be a part of it. Going in Christmas holidays, watching all of these great players come in from all over the country, playing in front of the fans, and everybody's cheering and excited to watch him. I always wanted to be a part of that.
Christian Leitner played here, Bobby Hurley played here, Dwight Howard, Kwame Brown, Joel Embiid, who is tearing it up for the 76ers this year. The names are off the charts. The list goes on and on and on. And it's just exciting to be part of that tradition.
Traditionally, holiday tournaments tend to be stacked in the host team's favor. Not this one.
Vanguard's won 3 Kingdom of the Suns. All 3 times they won the Kingdom of the Sun, they went on to win the state championship. Last year we finished 3rd. It's the first time Vanguard had finished 3rd since 1988. So it is tough. I've taken my lumps several times. Had a couple years where we did pretty well, but it is an extremely tough field. But that's the way we want it because we want to prepare ourselves for a run in February. It helps me, get our guys focused in practice. It gives us something to work towards. It's huge for us. We go through a little bit of the county schedule and maybe a district game or 2, and then it is big boy time. It's probably one of the best fields we have, top to bottom, since I've been here. Calvary Christian out of Fort Lauderdale is loaded. There are 7 out-of-state teams this year. We have 2 from Georgia. We have North Carolina, we have Ohio, Wisconsin, New York, and D.C. Georgetown Prep from Washington, D.C., where Roy Hibbert went. We've got Frederick Douglass Academy from the Bronx, New York. Really good team. Cincinnati LaSalle, which has become a crowd favorite here because they come every year.
For more information on the Kingdom, you can visit KOTS2016.com. There's a link in the description below.
They're making a citizen's arrest right now.
Hello, welcome to the foundation. What can we get you to drink this morning?
Yes!
All right, Mr. Matthews. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Take a selfie of the camera. Hello.
Come on!
Give me that real smile.
Wonderful, thank you so much.